Welcome back, everybody. For you guys, a new YouTube video today. It's nearly mid-September, and next month that Black Ops 6 will be releasing. That means we'll be getting the campaign, we'll be getting the multiplayer, and the zombies. What I'm excited most for is zombies. The gameplay we've seen with Terminus, it looks like a solid map. The gameplay Terminus looks like a very polished map. It feels like they put all their effort into Terminus, and apparently Terminus has like the most Easter eggs on the map ever in zombies, any other map in zombies history, which is crazy. Today I want to talk about Black Ops 6 Zombies. What are my thoughts about it? Am I excited for it? What's the pros and cons about it? Does it look good? Does it look bad? Or when I'm looking at Black Ops 6 Zombies, I'm looking at Cold War 2.0. That's not a bad thing. I actually enjoyed Cold War Zombies. Most people didn't. I actually played a lot of Cold War Zombies and I actually enjoyed it a lot myself. So looking at the Black Ops 6 Zombies gameplay, Terminus looks fantastic. It looks like a very solid map. I'm pretty sure this is a map taken from World at War. I'm mistaken. I'm sorry, but this map looks really cool. It's a solid map. It's a huge map. I heard this is like one of the biggest maps they ever created, ground-based maps that they ever created in zombies history, which is crazy. So Terminus is getting a lot of like some crazy things going on here. So we have the biggest map. We have the most Easter eggs. I don't know if they're trying to put in the most side Easter eggs as possible, trying to make the main quest harder. They did say Black Ops 6 Terminus zombies will have a guided Easter egg. I don't know if it's just Liberty Falls, but there's going to be a guided Easter egg, and there's going to be another Easter egg where it does not tell you what to do at all. They said that it's going to be like Black Ops 3, which Black Ops 3, as you guys know, classic Call of Duty Zombies, it does not tell you what steps, anything. It throws you in the map and it says here, figure everything out yourself. And the community comes together, figures everything out, and everybody just, step by step, and it takes hours and hours. Ever since Cold War Zombies, it's been solved within hours, which is crazy to me. It seems like when I look at the Cold War gameplay, it seems like the Easter eggs stand out more. I don't know if it's because of the gameplay. The Cold War kind of type gameplay is like, I don't know if it's because it's arcadey, but I enjoyed Cold War Zombies mostly for the camo grind and just speeding around the maps, trying to get the highest war record, trying to get my PB of trying to beat my war record time with Easter egg speed runs solo. It's fun to me. I'm trying to learn the map more and just getting good and better at the map as I go. But with Terminus, it looks fantastic. It looks really good. So I was watching other creators, Mr. Deluxe JD or like Noah J or Lego Unlocked, Mr. Milo, all these maps. I'm watching gameplay right now. The gameplay we've seen, it doesn't really feel like zombies. It was trying to be more like a show-off gameplay type of cinematic, no HUD gameplay. I don't know why they did that. I feel like in these cutscenes and these gameplays, I think they show off too much gameplay. When you see these tiny bosses and like actual bosses, and like they show too much of the map pretty much, and showing you all like the mini bosses inside the map, or you go to a specific area and like this happens. I don't like how they're showing too much, because when we actually play the game, we're not going to be surprised at all. We're going to play Terminus like, that's what that is. Oh, I've seen this one weapon. It's in the gameplay trailer. Oh, I know that boss. I've seen it in gameplay. I've seen that. Oh, Gobblegum's returned. Yeah, I know. They said that, honestly. Well, I was being a little sarcastic there, but you guys get what I'm saying. Actually, Milo actually pointed this out in the Terminus gameplay. I think they're showing too much. They're showcasing. I understand that their job is to showcase the map. I know Jason Blundell said that he would never reveal like bosses inside of the zombie maps unless it's like a round-based kind of thing, like the Panzer or like a Mangler, but like an actual final boss, like the Shadow Man from Shadows Evil or Black Ops 4, the Giant's eyeball, or they take like the same concept of bosses that's in the round-based open world and they just implement that into like a final boss. Under Jason Blundell, he would never like showcase a lot of the map or the gameplay early, if that makes any sense. So I feel like the showcase, I understand that it's kind of funny, because when we watch early gameplay of zombies or any other Call of Duty game, we want more gameplay because we want to see more and see if we want to buy it. But when you go too much is too much. When you show too much gameplay, I understand that they want to show everything, but once you show everything, it's like when we go to play it, we're not going to be surprised at all. We're not going to be surprised. We're not. When I'm watching Terminus, that's what I'm mostly excited for the most. My expectations are really high for Terminus because it feels like they put all their efforts into Terminus. This map looks absolutely insane. And as watching just gameplay, Black Ops 6 Zombies Terminus, it looks like a full-fledged round-based map. The gameplay looks good. There's pack-a-punch camos actually for both different maps. Liberty Falls and Terminus will both have different types of different Pack-a-Punch camos, which is nice because Vanguard didn't even have a Pack-a-Punch camo at launch or an Easter egg or wonder weapons, so it's a good improvement. But the fact is that we based one game off of terrible zombies with Vanguard because how awful it was with no Pack-a-Punch and no Easter egg and no wonder weapon. Then once we like get an actual Cold Day game that actually has all those features, we actually like, yeah, it seems like it's like Call of Duty tries to like make us think that having Pack-a-Punch camos for each map is differently from each other. It's making it like brand new to us, which makes it's kind of weird. Like Terminus, it has a lot of cool traps in there. The gameplay looks very nice. It's very Cold War-y. I don't think that's even a word, but it's very Cold War-ish. I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, I enjoyed Cold War. If they make the Easter eggs harder, I think that is the problem. We're never going to go back to the Black Ops 3 style of gameplay. I'm sorry to say. I will be the first one to say that. Mr. TLXY even said that himself. We're never going to see the classic zombies coming back to Call of Duty. The way it's going, I think after Cold War Zombies, then we had Modern Warfare 3 Zombies with the open world type map, and they said, you know, screw it, we're going to take the Warzone map and turn it into like a zombies map, because that seems more easier than like making a whole new map. So that makes more sense because that takes more development time. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies had a good idea, but that's just not what people wanted. Then obviously with Treyarch, their last game was Cold War, obviously Call of Duty Cold War, and obviously Black Ops 6 is going to be the game set after the Cold War, and that makes sense why Black Ops 6 is a Cold War 2.0 kind of gameplay, and it looks very familiar. And the bad thing about this is round base is returning, but the Cold War system, it's not everyone's favorite at all, especially how easy the Easter egg, the armor system, the salvage system. I'm not a fan of the armor system. I'm really not. I feel like I spend more time at piping armor than I do actually playing zombies, because when you actually play zombies, it's like, yeah, I want to, like, you know, I should be focusing on my health only. If I get hit 3 or 4 times, I should be dead. I have to plan my gameplay. What perks should I get first? Should I get all of them, or what weapon should I go for? Should I pack a bunch of my weapons? Should I like make a train of zombies here so I can like survive longer, maneuver around the zombies so you can make a train around the map or around the location so you can survive more longer, gather points, and pretty much set up your plan? Because when you're playing classical zombies, you're down in like 3 or 4 hits. Besides with Juggernog, you're down in like 3 hits. 2 to 3 hits you're down without Juggernog. Then with Juggernog, you get that 4 hits, which is double the hits you get without it. When you're playing Cold War, you can literally get slapped like 15 times and not go down at all. That is a big issue because it does not feel like classical zombies. If a friend or someone OG actually played back in the day, played like World of War or like Black Ops 2 or the Black Ops 1 zombies, you know, there's no shield. It just the health, the spawn pistol in the map, and you have to survive as long as possible. And with classic zombies, there was no shield. It was just health. 2 to 3 hits, you're down. Unless you get Juggernog, 4 hits, you're down. Pack a punch your weapon, buy doors, stack up points, and open the power, turn on power, open pack a punch your weapons, and just survive as long as possible. With Cold War system, it's like, here, we're gonna put you on the map. We're gonna let you get hit about 15 times. There's gonna be this armor plate system, you know, you're gonna be plating while you get hit. It seems like they want you to focus on your armor more than your health. I think like high rounds on Cold War can be a very big problem because once you're on high rounds on Cold War, the super sprinters are insane. And it feels like the amount of damage that the super sprinters do, it feels like that should be the damage when you start the game without the super sprinters. I think Warzone has a problem with this because Warzone, ever since Blackout, the armor system has been ever a thing. Black Ops 4 had armor and zombies. Certain perks implemented certain armor types onto your character. Even with popping your specialist, you get that bonus armor because you can survive longer. You do infinite damage with specialists. That makes more sense. Black Ops 4 had armor. Blackout had armor. Then we went into Warzone. Guess what? Warzone has armor. Warzone, you pop armor, 3 plates. And move on to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. It had armor too. Warzone, the Modern Warfare 3 Zombies map was based on the Warzone map, Urzikstan. And basically, that is the Warzone map. So if you play Warzone and play zombies, it feels really weird because they're both the same type of gameplay, but different environment. Playing Warzone, playing zombies is so weird. And it tells you, it feels like they're spending more time on the Warzone type of system than implementing that into kind of zombies gameplay, because that's what Activision built Warzone on, basically. That's their bread and butter. That's where they make all their money. It's where all the players at. It's like Fortnite Battle Royale. That's where everybody's at. Warzone, that's where everybody's at. So they're like, you know what? Let's make a zombies mode. And let's take what we have already with the multiplayer system and the Warzone system, and let's implement that into a zombies, which is the armor system, the HUD's gonna look the same. Everything is gonna look Warzone-ish. And that's what I hate about Black Ops 6 Zombies and Cold War Zombies. Nothing feels classic. I don't know what words I'm trying to say here, but nothing feels classic at all when you look at Black Ops 6 Zombies. I'm not hating on it. I'm very excited for it. Not everyone is going to be a fan of the classic HUD or the HUD we see today. I feel like the Warzone HUD and the multiplayer HUD and the Zombies HUD should be their own separate thing. I just smacked the mic. I'm so sorry. That should be their own separate thing. I don't think it's that hard to take the Black Ops 3 HUD and just slap it on Black Ops 6. I don't think it's very that difficult, honestly. I think custom modders can even do a better job than the people at Treyarch are doing. Actually, I don't want to go too far, but that is just the honest truth. And seeing Terminus, it looks like a full-fledged map. I'm kind of disappointed it has much gameplay. I wanted to see gameplay, just like, a little bit of gameplay. They could have turned all the Easter eggs off and just turned all the bosses, just turned everything off. So you kind of just let the character play through the map and just see what the map looks like and just kill a couple zombies, pack a punch one gun maybe, and just show up a little bit of the map. And that's it. But no, they went beyond that. They showed off, like, I feel like they showed off everything but the Easter egg, which is absolutely insane to me. They showed off all the pack-a-punch camos, like almost the whole map of Terminus, the gameplay, the pack-a-punch camos, the zombies, and even the bosses, and even the secret boss in the water on Terminus. And for the first time ever, Terminus is going to be like the biggest map ever, even though I said that earlier, but you're going to be able to have, this is going to be the first time ever they implemented a drivable vehicle in round-based zombies, which you will take it out in the water of Terminus. And this mysterious kind of octopus, weird creature, sea creature comes out of the water, and it teases us. If that's actually the Easter egg boss, I'm going to be very disappointed, because when we actually, if the Easter eggs all hard on Black Ops 6 Zombies and we get to the Easter egg boss, it's like, oh, we've seen this boss before. They showed it in the gameplay trailer. We've seen this. It's nothing new. When you go play Crovey or Revelations, those trailers, they do not reveal the Easter egg boss at all. That's when it takes hours to solve. And when people see the final boss, like, whoa, it's Nikolai in a freaking mech suit. This is insane. We got a big, massive dragon flying across the map, and the dragon being implemented into the final boss. They showed Nikolai in the mech in Black Ops 3, Girl Kirby. They did show that for a split second. I think a little teaser of him inside the mech was pretty cool. But when you actually get to the final cutscene and the final boss fight, it's like, whoa, that is crazy. They did, some cutscenes they actually do show like snippets of it. That's fine. Showing too much is going too far, because when you actually play the map, it doesn't feel refreshing, or it's like, oh, I've seen this before type deal, because it just sucks. It's like watching a movie trailer, and they show like the final scene or something, like the final boss. And it's like, okay, if you've seen this before, okay, that's not surprising at all. I think how they're advertising this game and how much they're showcasing can really affect how a person can react to gameplay while they're playing it and actually solving Easter eggs as they go. And it just feels like it doesn't feel that exciting when trying to be excited for these maps, because you don't really see everything before you actually play it, and it's like you know everything already, so it's kind of pointless of actually solving all these Easter eggs if you know what's going to happen, basically. But Terminus looks very cool. I understand they also fixed the salvage system. There was two different types of salvage system. One was for like kill streak, one was for like self revives or whatever. It kind of like split it in half, and like you have more of one type of salvage and one type of more than the other. You have more than the other, basically. And I think that divided the gameplay in Cold War, because if you're trying to get a self revive, it's like, oh, I can't get a self revive. I have more salvage than the other one. I hate when games do this, when you have more salvage than the other. It's like, really? It's like Apex Legends, the coin system. Then you have the orange ones where you can just earn just by playing the game. It's like, okay, I have like 100,000 of these, but I can't spend it just on reskin cosmetics in the shop. It's like, really? Why can I not spend this more on other things? The salvage is kind of like the same thing. It's like, why do I have more than the other? Like, just put all the salvage in just one thing, so I have to worry about one thing, so I can just get what I want and pick what I want. What they want you to do is, in Cold War, I think the idea was having two different types of salvage. You actually pick wisely on what you want to choose, and based off your gameplay there. So that makes more sense. Black Ops 6 Zombies is basically Cold War 2.0. It seems like the Black Ops 6 Zombies is basically Cold War 2.0. So they fixed Cold War, what everybody wanted it to be. They fixed it. I think what's going on here is, feels like there's supposed to be a set character list, but apparently there's not, I guess. Terminus does have a set crew list, but Liberty Falls doesn't. I do like how the storyline looks. It's looking very promising in this game. Looking very promising. Looking at the intro cutscene for each of these maps, they look freaking unbelievable, especially Liberty Falls. That one was a pretty good one with Rick Toffin. That was really good. And everything continuing from the story from Cold War zombies from Forsaken. Samantha Maxis goes into the Dark Ether to defeat the Forsaken and pretty much sacrifice herself to go back into the Dark Ether. Now she's back there and everyone in the crew gets arrested. And that's where the story leads into Black Ops 6, which is cool. Terminus, like I said, it looks like a full-fledged map. They had 4 years of development time. This is the longest time they had development time on a game, which is actually ridiculous. I don't think it's development time. I'm tired of wasting my words on Call of Duty didn't have enough time to work on this game, so that's why the mode is like this. I feel like they probably spent more time on Warfare 3 Zombies than they had to go work on Black Ops 6 Zombies. So they're kind of back and forth juggling between games, trying to get one thing done after another. That's why they had to stop working on Warfare 3 Zombies toward the mid of the game cycle, because they had to work on Black Ops 6 Zombies. And I feel like that's why the kind of gameplay, that's where it kind of started to fall off. As you see here, Terminus looks fantastic of a map, but I think they just shut off way too much, because we're gonna go play it and be like, wow, we've seen that already. It looks very cool so far. I don't know, man. I don't think that since we don't have Jason Blundell or any of those OG people, we're never gonna get that classic zombies feel again ever. We're just never gonna see it again. It's how it is. There's gonna be a split fan base, people that like Cold War zombies and people don't. We have to come to reality that zombies will change over time. Black Ops 3, we get it. It's in its prime, but that was 2015. That was years ago. We're in the present. I know the past was really good, and that's what we want. For Activision, taking a lot of things back in Total Call of Duty, put it in the new one. I don't understand why they just don't take the Black Ops 3 HUD type of deal and just put it into Black Ops 6. I don't think it's really not that difficult. They could hire, Black Ops 3 custom modders to do a better job than this, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't see why they don't do that. It's obvious. Don't bring back ground-based zombies, and don't make it feel like ground-based zombies so it doesn't look like it, because it's off the Cold War system. It feels like they're always trying to reinvent the wheel, and I feel like that's why we're seeing the same thing with the Warzone kind of system implemented into Black Ops 6 Zombies. The armor system is here to stay. We're gonna get slapped 15 times. It's here to stay. This is just how stuff is. The development team, it changes over the years. After Zombies ended, it's gonna be different because it's not the same people working on the past Zombies. This is Black Ops 6 Zombies, and this is how it's gonna be. It sucks, but we're never gonna have that classic zombies feel unless they do something about it and they just, oh yeah, let's bring this back to what people actually want. Let's bring back the HUD, OG HUD. Let's bring back the hardcore Easter egg. Jump in the map, we tell you nothing. We're bringing that back. Guess what? No guided system. There is a guided system in Black Ops 6 Zombies. There's going to be a guided one, and there's going to be a hardcore Easter egg. Just like we've seen in World War 2 Zombies. In World War 2 Zombies, it literally told you what to do. It literally guides you through every step. Then after you completed that first half of the Easter egg, there was another second half that didn't tell you what to do. So there's another 2 Easter eggs. One is harder. The first one's easy, and then the second one is basically the same one, but the steps don't tell you, and the boss is harder, basically. And that's what they're doing with Black Ops 6 Zombies. There's going to be a guided playthrough, which is good for new players to get attached to the game. The people that work 9 to 5 and don't sit on their ass and play video games all day and know every single location where everything is. These are for new players. I don't think that's a big deal at all, but I think people think that's a good thing. But the problem is they didn't have that kind of feature back in the day. And that's the thing. I think that's what made it Zombies classic. It didn't tell you what to do. You jump in a map and there you go. Figure stuff out by yourself. Kill zombies, get points, open doors, maneuver on the map, figure stuff out, figure Easter eggs. And that was that. It was that simple. Terminus looks like a full-fledged good map, and everyone's saying with Milo and all the Call of Duty Zombies YouTubers in the community, if they're saying all the gameplay they're showing us and that's all the gameplay there is to offer us, this is going to be a huge problem, because we're going to go play this map and we're going to be like, yeah, we've seen this, we've seen that. There's nothing really new. We've seen all this. So hopefully when they showcase Terminus and when people got invited, obviously the Easter egg was turned off. Hopefully when they went to play the game and everything was turned off, hopefully it's going to be completely different from when we play it on day one, when the game launches on October, I think 25th. So that's the biggest problem that people have with the Terminus gameplay, and it just overall the gameplay it feels very Cold War-ish. And also the Omni movement, I forgot about that. The Omni movement, people are going to be a 50-50 on this. The Omni movement is going to be, people are going to like it and people are not going to like it. I think that they should have kept the classic movement for zombies. I feel like they should not have implemented the Omni movement in zombies. They could add a feature to turn it off. It could be a feature, but like I said, when you make a game that has Omni movement, everything around that game is going to be, every game mode is going to be based on that movement, because that's what the game is. They don't want to have multiplayer in Warzone, have Omni movement, then zombies have classic. It just doesn't make sense, because if you go play zombies, oh, this is classic. You're not diving, you're not dolphin diving backwards or shooting like Max Payne. You're not doing that in zombies. You go back to multiplayer and it's like, oh, okay, can't do that. Okay. So that's why they implement the movement in the whole entire game, so it doesn't feel off balance, because when the game is being showcased, it's based on that one new feature, which is Omni movement. So if they take that one feature off of one specific game mode, it's not going to feel right, because the game was advertised to have this badass Omni movement in the campaign, zombies, and multiplayer, and obviously Warzone when it comes out. In my head, I'm really excited for Terminus, and hopefully the Easter egg steps are more harder, and hopefully not too hard, not like Blood of the Dead, not that kind of hard, but hard enough that it takes hours to solve the Easter egg. The community comes together and solves it, basically. So that's what I want. But Terminus, people are gonna have their own like what their thoughts about it. It's just everyone has their own opinions. It's just what it is. People are gonna love the Cold War zombie system, and people are not gonna love it. People are gonna go back to the classic maps, which I think that's where custom zombie maps pretty much come in hand. And there's so many classic maps that people still play to this day, which that's not a problem. But it really tells you that people want round-based zombies back, and it's the most obvious thing they can bring back. And it seems like Warzone, it's just holding them off very badly. So with Liberty Falls, that was showcased at COD Next. That was a huge gameplay thing that they were going to reveal. They showed off Terminus, and they revealed that they will be showing off Liberty Falls, which is the second map. They haven't showcased until COD Next. When they showcased COD Next, Liberty Falls, it felt like a bonus map, like the Giant. It felt like we got like really God gifted with Terminus. It feels like it was a fully fledged map, and it like, yes, this is what we wanted. If you look at Terminus and look at Liberty Falls, two different maps. Obviously, you could tell which one they worked the most on, which is Terminus. There's nothing wrong with that. And Liberty Falls is going to be a map where, laid back, less chaos. Let's come home from our 9-to-5 job working at McDonald's. Let's come home, play some Liberty Falls, classic round base. Let's play it. Let's do this. This weekend, let's play a hardcore map with all these massive Easter egg and massive open world. Let's play Terminus. There we go. Or you can play both. It's up to you. But the problem with Liberty Falls, the gameplay felt too classic, way too classic. I felt like the gameplay was very empty. You're ziplining to different locations. We've seen that in Cold War Zombies. Obviously, they're going to have that. The Wonder Fizz, you can go to this Wonder Fizz, and just all the perks are there for you to buy, other than trying to look for the specific perk in a different location on the map, and everything's there. Pack-a-Punch won't have a full interaction screen. You don't have to like go through it and like pack-a-punch it. You're going to go to it, pack-a-punch it. There we go. Done. You don't have to like go through it like a menu to actually do it like you do with Cold War. Cold War Zombies was like that, but in Black Ops 6 Zombies, it's going to be like one click, pack-a-punch weapon, done. I've seen that gameplay that you're going to be able to put specific ammo mods on your weapon. I've seen like a little machine that did that. It almost works like Wonder Fizz, but ammo mods. I thought that was really cool. It seems like the game is just giving you like the option to basically play your way, other than the classic zombies of everything being RNG, basically. So Cold War Zombies and Black Ops 6 Zombies is pretty much taking away the classical zombies that we used to love back in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. They're taking these perk machines and just implementing into like a little area where you can just like buy everything all at the same time, which is absolutely crazy. But Liberty Falls feels like a less empty map. I get what people are saying about the map. I get it. I get what people are saying about the map. It looks totally empty. The Easter eggs were completely off. Hopefully that's the reason why we're not seeing enough gameplay or enough. Hopefully when we actually play on day one, we're going to see what it really looks like. But hopefully it's only different because at COD Next, they turned everything off, like the Easter eggs and stuff like that, because they don't want to showcase that, obviously. When we saw Liberty Falls gameplay, it was so easy to turn on Pack-a-Punch. Like you just, there's a quest that tells you directly where to go. The orange icons, it tells you directly where to go. It's guided. And that's where the classic zombies comes in. People don't want that because people want to jump in and just figure out themselves, because that's basic. That's what zombie survival is, round based. That's what that is. That's where we grew up on, not this guided kind of stuff here. And when people play, it's like, wait, this is not classic zombies. So with new players, like I said, that's going to be good. But once you're playing Liberty Falls, it guides you through this church. And this is like the only place on Liberty Falls that has this dark ether kind of environment that leads into the Pack-a-Punch. And to do Pack-a-Punch, you absolutely do nothing. There's an objective, you open doors, get points, you go there and you have Pack-a-Punch. That's it. There's no quest. And that's what that's a big problem. If that's the only room that has the dark ether effect, we're going to be in a bad spot. Because basically what I'm trying to say is all the gameplay we're seeing right now is what we're going to be seeing on day one of Black Ops 6 Zombies. That is going to be a huge problem, because once we play the game, we already know what it is. Like, oh, we know what that boss is. We know what this gun is. One of weapons, fantastic. One of weapons, there's so much one of weapons inside of the game. Each zombie map has a specific one weapon dedicated to that map, which is crazy. We have the classic jet gun returning from Black Ops 2 Transit. We have the ray gun, obviously. We also have that one microwave kind of weapon off Terminus. I don't know what the gun is called, but you guys know what gun I'm talking about. It kind of looks like a microwave. I don't know. I don't know the name of it. Yeah, it's that gun. But it seems like it's very hard to cherish the Call of Duty Zombies community, to occupy it, because we get what we want. We get what we want to be asked for. There's always something that goes wrong. They always do something wrong. It's or they show too much, or they don't add this or don't add that. The Zombies community is always going to be upset with something, and it's just how it is. Yes, classic zombies, Black Ops 3 zombies, Black Ops 4 zombies, they all had problems. They wasn't perfect. We're in the same boat again. Black Ops 6 zombies. I think they're just showing too much. If the gameplay, what they're showing, if that's what it is on day one, yes, that's going to be a problem. And if they don't fix it, I feel like this is going to be the last game that people actually rely on if this is going to be the zombies they want to play or not for Call of Duty. It's sad. I don't know, man. It's just Liberty Falls, Terminus looks like two very solid maps. And there's also a third map coming before the end of the year, before December, which could come probably a month after or 2 months after the game releases. We don't know. The way the game's looking, armor system, not proud of it. Don't like it. Dislike it. It just, I enjoy the Cold War system. I'm going to be honest here. I'm not going to be a fake play here. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Cold War Zombies, honestly, liked it. I liked it. It just, there is to it. I like classic zombies. I realized that when I play, I'm not bashing on my friends or anything I play with, but when I play classic zombies, people love that. You know, me and my friend play that sometimes. We love that kind of zombie style. But when you bring people in your friend group and they play with you and like they keep going down, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They just keep going down. Those are the players they want to guide through to like zombies. Those are the players they're trying to engage to play the game. Those are the players they're dragging to the hardcore players to this game. That's what they're focusing on. And it feels like they're focusing less on hardcore players. And that's what the problem is. So I don't have that much to say besides I'm excited. And from everything what we saw from all the gameplays and COD decks, and that's what we get when we play when the game launches in October for Black Ops 6 Zombies. I don't know, man. There's always going to be these classic zombies YouTubers that play like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 still. They're going to judge every little thing that comes out for this game because it's not what they want. Obviously, they're going to judge it and they're going to critique it as much as possible. And people are going to rely on what YouTubers say. There's going to so much backlash. And I'm obviously saying what other people said, but I'm getting my honest opinions on what I think about this whole situation. Both maps are going to be good. It doesn't need to be crazy to make me like a map. You don't need anything. The map doesn't need to be crazy for me to like the map. For me, I'm going to jump in. It's nice to know that seeing the gameplay, once we play the game day one, it's pretty much let us know that what it is what we're going to be going for, basically. Like when I first time playing Tag to Toten on Black Ops 4, when I first played that map, I knew nothing. I was like, okay. I didn't know it was off the Call of the Dead remake. So I played it. I was like, okay, this looks very familiar. I started to get the hang of it because I played that map in the Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies. And then there was one location where I did not notice. I was like, okay, this area is cool. I did not see this area. I don't think this area was even based on Call of Duty. I think this was like a whole new area that they added to the remake, which is absolutely awesome. The map didn't have a final boss at all. But when playing the Tag the Toten, I knew nothing. I played the map and I was like, whoa, I never played this. It was so cool. Everything was new to me. And that's what people want when they play Black Ops 6 Zombies. Everything is shown to us. Once everyone plays this on day one when it launches, everyone is going to know what everything is because it's already been shown to us. If that's not all that's been shown to us and that's not all of it, I'm gonna be surprised and that's gonna be awesome. But everything they've shown us, if that's gonna be on day one besides the Easter egg, that's crazy. It's just my honest opinions, man. I don't know what else to say. So the Gobblegum system, Gobblegums, I already know they're gonna microtransaction the hell out of that. You know they're gonna be bundles with this. There's gonna be like a bundle in the store. It's gonna cost like $20 like a zombies bundle. It's gonna like, oh, buy this bundle, you're gonna get 5 extra Gobblegums. They're gonna have that in the store. Mark my word, they're going to. I'm not stupid. They did this with Marvel 3 Zombies. You know, buy a bundle and you get extra slots for your character. You get extra pack-a-punch wrenches or legendary ether tools. Microtransactions, man. I mean, I can't really say anything because Gobblegums has been pay to win in zombies for so long, since probably Black Ops 3. Yeah, Black Ops 3 had Gobblegums. Black Ops 4, and Black Ops 4, I don't know what the hell they did to that game, but they reinvented the wheel and it just ruined the gameplay experience for that map or for that game. It's like they took Black Ops 3 was the game that everybody loved, and it took Black Ops 4. It's like, why'd you guys reinvent the wheel for Black Ops 4 when everybody loved Black Ops 3? They should have kept the Black Ops 3 system. That's probably because the jetpacks, because they removed jetpacks and we went back boots on the ground. And that's when Black Ops 4 came in, the boots on the ground, no thrust jump or jetpack. I think that's when the the new system got implemented, but that doesn't give an excuse to remove the elixirs, to switch the Gobblegums into elixirs. That makes absolutely no sense at all. The HUD doesn't seem classic at all. It looks like the Gobblegums looks like the kill streaks of a multiplayer. All the HUD looks the same, and I wish that every game mode in Black Ops 6 had a kind of unique style to every specific game mode you're playing. So if you're playing multiplayer, you have a HUD multiplayer. Playing zombies, you have a unique multiplayer HUD specific for zombies. Then multiplayer, then Warzone, the campaign. It's obvious. That's probably too much work, but for the amount of people they have working at Call of Duty or Activision, that should not be a problem. So yeah. But my favorite parts of playing Cold War Zombies and Die Machine is when you go collect a part, you activate the portal and you teleport thingy. Once you teleport, you will transform into a different version of Die Machine, which is like the Dark Ether version. And that's where that kind of same effects goes in with Liberty Falls when you turn on Pack-a-Punch. Well, you don't turn it on, but you just walk into the church and it's just magically there. Then you're in the Dark Ether kind of effect there. If there's a version of those maps just like that, that would be absolutely badass. If the whole map was just dark ether-ish, just like Die Machine, because the jellyfish is a pink and just the colors and the saturation of the map just looks amazing. It just, when you look at Liberty Falls and look at that church, and if that's the only place that has a dark ether effect, there's going to be a problem there. That just, it's not balanced at all. That does not seem right at all. I love that kind of light, neon kind of bright colors. When I first played Die Machine and going through that teleporter and looking at that, how awesome the map looked, like, oh my God, dude, they need to do this more. And I think this is probably the only map they actually did this on. The quality of life of Cold War Zombies and the quality was really good. The vision, they had it there, but the people didn't like how easy the game was. And I said, like, you know what? I don't care if it's easy or hard. It's not my fault that the Easter eggs are easy and I enjoy it. It just is what it is. And let's talk about Legion. Is that Legion? Cold War Zombies Outbreak. That boss was probably one of the hardest bosses ever implemented into Call of Duty Zombies history. I don't care what anybody says. That boss is tough on Outbreak. And I think Outbreak was a excellent choice of a side game mode to do for Call of Duty Zombies. Like, you get tired of round based, let's jump into Outbreak. Let's do some open world type deal here and you verse different bosses on different maps of, I think it's ground war maps of a Cold War Zombies, and just mash them together and just put them into zombies basically. And that was a cool idea. That was cool. And as we know it, that got involved with Mark III Zombies with the little open world thingy. And that's what they kind of went with it. And the exfilling and the schematics and all that stuff. So that's probably a different video topic there. I hope that both these maps, I know Terminus is going to be a really good map. I'm very less excited about Liberty Falls because how much they show and how much the map really affects. I want more gameplay effects while you're playing through the map. Like if you're walking through a certain area and a zombie reacts to something, like a zombie eating a human or like a creature comes out of the water, like on Terminus, we need more something like that, but on Liberty Falls. The environment needs to feel more alive. And hopefully Black Ops 6 can show us that. Hopefully it's not the things that we've already seen. Hopefully on day one, there's new things that we haven't seen that. And that's really what I'm looking for, is that kind of stuff. And I'm really excited for this. And hopefully Treyarch can like watch these videos and actually give feedback and actually implement these into future maps. And I think they probably should have done the early events earlier in the year so they can actually give solid feedback and actually change the map correctly and not feel rushed, because 1 to 2 months in Black Ops 6 is going to be out. Literally, it's going to be completely out. It's a bad thing because zombies, there's no early access to anything. There's no multiplayer early access, no campaign early access, there's zombies early access, no Warzone early access. There's no early access to any modes in Black Ops 6 at all. Zero. I think the most important thing is to have early access to certain game modes because you can actually fix the bugs and make it fledged out very well. Because if it comes on day one, everybody wants to play it, hop on, everybody takes a day off work, off school, everyone wants to play this map, and just, disconnection issues, just crashes, bugs, glitches, just nothing's working properly on the map. That means they need to test their map more and be more fledged out. And that's what happens when you don't get your game out early enough or get it tested correctly. So I think that it's the laziness by Activision. I don't know if they probably think that they're good enough, so they don't need testing for their games. It's like, oh yeah, we don't need testing. We work on this game for 4 years. We know what we're doing. Comes out day one, there's crashes and everybody's complaining, and just no one gets that same excitement that they originally was looking at when they first played it, because all these crashes and errors and just it's horrible, man. I could sit here and talk about this all day. This is currently going to be almost an hour video. probably said that like 5 minutes ago, but I just like I want this game to be good, man. I enjoy Cold War Zombies. Don't get me wrong, I like classic zombies. I love that. I would love that to be returned. Whatever is being presented to us, that's how I'm going to react, and that's what I'm going to tell you guys my honest opinion about what that is, what's being shown to us in the next game, and what's going to be in the next game, and the storyline, the gameplay, and the mechanics of the game, and how the story's going to go, and the map layouts, and what's our vision for the map, and hopefully it's really good, man. I'm pumped. We're literally probably a month and a half away. Before we know it, we're gonna blink an eye and we'll be there on day one. So hopefully the Easter egg is not solved within 2 hours. I forgot to mention one thing, that Mr. Like JD was actually playing Liberty Falls. He was on around like 41, about to be 42. I think he was trying to reach around 50, and they kicked him off. So he had to like die right then there. He had to, because apparently they had thought that the people there, the executives, whatever, they said that the zombies people can actually play longer because they are zombies exclusives. So like they have permission to play zombies longer. But for some reason they get pushed to play multiplayer for some reason when they're not even there for multiplayer, they're for actual zombies. And then we have another, I don't know who this other person is, I forgot his name, but I'll show up on screen here. He was like another influencer in the community here, and he actually got the round 50 in Black Ops 6 Zombies on Liberty Falls. He was probably the first one to ever do this. Round 50, first attempt. He is he's like not even a zombie YouTuber, but they kick off Mr. Deluxe JD, but kick him off. Don't kick him off. I think there's some split going on here between, I don't know if there's like miscommunication going on right here, that situation right there, but I think that part was fucked up, because how do you it's gonna be the other way around. If they like would have kicked him off and let Mr. Deluxe JD play longer, it's like, oh, he only play longer because of his YouTuber, or they only kicked it. It's just a war between each other. But they should have just kept them both on. But anyways, they should have just kept the other guy, get around 50 and in his game. He should have just been done with it and moved on to another game mode. Mr. Deluxe GD, they should have kept him playing, which they have permission to play longer, which they somehow kicked him off at round 40 plus. So it's kind of ridiculous how someone that never played zombies can get to around 50, no problem. So as you see there, it just tells you how easy it is and how the Cold War system is getting implemented into Black Ops 6, which is the same system. It's pretty much Cold War 2.0, but Cold War, but with improvements, if that makes sense. So that's basically what I'm getting off of that. So yeah, that's my honest thoughts. This video is almost an hour long. I decided to sit down and just talk about Black Ops 6 Zombies. I probably missed something. Hopefully I didn't, but I probably did. Let me know in the comments below what you guys absolutely think about this. And yeah, that's been my talk about Black Ops 6 Zombies, and we'll see what the gameplay has to offer when the game launches. I'll see you guys later. Peace.